you?
Houston. I was born in Houston.
Okay.
Live in Dallas. I live in California, so I've been around.
Okay, let me set this up. What's going on? It's your man Ryan Righteous of the Track Stars. On behalf of Sean Tanner, Jeremiah, I'm sitting here with Lecrae. Lecrae, what's going on, man?
What's good? How you living? How you going? How you doing?
Good, good. Now, we're at Impact 2008.
Yep.
And this isn't going to be your regular interview. It's not going to be, a whole bunch of questions about the music and who Lecrae is. We're really just going to go ahead and talk about what this real message is about. Jesus Christ and reaching these kids, these youth, this entertainment world. And you're bridging that gap. You're breaking barriers because with Christian entertainment, you guys are setting up a platform. I mean, you and the guys you run with, Flame, Tripoli, the whole Cross Movement team, we've been following for a while now. And man, love everything you guys are doing. We're so inspired by it. What was it about Impact 2008 where you said, you know what, I got to drop everything on my schedule and I got to get to Impact 2008?
Oh, it was a lot of things. I think first of all, it's for me personally, it's full circle. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is where I came to know the Lord. This is where first time I saw believers who looked like me, dressed like me, talked like me, but were Christians. And so it was kind of like a context that I could understand and relate to. So I was like, this is perfect. I was inspired here by cats before me, and so it's like coming full circle, giving right back to the cats that who need to be inspired, who need to see this lived out. And on top of that, it's a place where you're gonna collect a whole bunch of young, radical minds who ready to go do anything for Jesus, but just need a little direction, a little guidance, and they're gonna tear the walls down. So
okay,
yeah,
that's what's up. Now, with Christian entertainment, how'd you get into it? Like, what was your focus in saying, you know what, I know I got skills to do this. I could do it for the secular world, but I want to do it for God. I want to elevate His people. I want to motivate them. What was your reason?
I look at it like this, man. You got one life. It's gonna pass, and only what you do for Christ is gonna last. So, if I ain't doing it for Jesus, if the heart and the motivation behind it ain't to see Jesus seen as the most valuable person, the most excellent person, then it's just gonna burn up. It's gonna perish. And so I'm like, man, I'm the type of person where even before I was talking about the Lord, I was all or die. You know what I'm saying? Everything I got, I'm gonna pour it into it. You know what I'm saying? I look at cats like, Pac, and how Tupac was just like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? It's thug or die. And that mentality, it's an investment into something, and you feel like you're gonna get some kind of returns. And unfortunately, he didn't get the returns from that. But I know living for Christ, man, it's eternal returns just by putting it all out there. So for me, I was like, man, people need to hear this. It's true, it's what that is, and if I'm gonna live my life for anything, let me live it for something that'll outlast me, that's bigger than me, and Jesus is where it's at. So.
And I was sitting in the conference this morning. You're such a humble brother. I mean, after the music stops, just when you first put on the album and you hear the intro, it's just like you explain that this is not about me.
Right.
It's not about me. It's not about the fame.
Right.
I just pray at the end of this song, you're going to get the message. I mean, what do you say to Christian entertainers that are coming up that are trying to make a paycheck and just trying to get their name out there?
Yeah, man, you're gonna get what you want in the end. I mean, you get what you gonna get your reward either now or in heaven. You know what I'm saying? And the rewards on earth don't compare. You know what I'm saying? So I rather they can keep them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want, at the end of the day, I want God to get all the glory. I want God to be seen as the most important person. I want His agenda. His agenda outshines mine. He did it. He the one got the earth spinning, got the stars in the sky. So, you can't really go wrong for promoting Him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's like to me, I look at it like this. I look at it like a cat who, you trying to get in the Jay-Z's 40-40 club, right? And, you outside the door and you like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get up in here. You know what I'm saying? And you can go up there all you want to, talking about who you are and what you do and where you from, and you got this song and you did this and you did that. But at the end of the day, cats can be like, I don't know you, and you can't come in. You know what I'm saying? But if you rolling with Jay, if you actually rolling with him and you like, yo, you serving Jay, you are, whatever he needs you to do, you know what I'm saying, you doing it, and you're just out to make a big deal about Jay, you're just there to promote him, Well, when you get to the door and you rolling with Jay, of course you're gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it the same way with the Lord, man. It's I'm rolling with Him. Everything I got because of Him, and I'm not gonna bite the hand that feeds me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out to put Jesus on display. I roll with Christ. I'm here to make a big deal about Jesus. I ain't trying to get my name out there. You know what I'm saying? I let Him do all that, and whatever His agenda is, that's what it is, man. And so at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk up into heaven because I know Christ, because Christ says, yo, He's with me.
Right.
And man, and so I just encourage everybody out there who's doing the music and acting, arts, literature, whatever you do, if you're doing it for the Lord, I pray your motivation is to see Him get the shine, to see Him get the glory, because that's what's gonna pay off in the end, man.
Right.
So check your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a couple more questions and let you go.
Nah,
You
cool.
got to do your show. I guess it's just a real honor for us to sit down with you because you're doing so much to impact our community, and you actually got us up off our feet. When we were like, we're going to do a Christian hip hop radio show, I was working with a secular group, a secular radio station, back when they were doing Boogie Bless and a hip hop entertainment show on Sunday mornings, and it just wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
And we were like, we need somebody who can do the beats, who can do this with the spirit of excellence, and you came out and you did that.
Wow.
What did it feel like when you started realizing that you weren't in this alone and you just had the whole world behind you? You just had family, friends, support. I mean, what did that feel like?
It's a blessing, but at the same time a great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel the weight of people listening, the weight of people saying, what's next? Give me some answers, give me some direction. And you don't ask for that. You don't ask to be that person. I look at it's like Moses, you know what I'm saying? He was just, serving the Lord, and God like, hey, look, I need you to lead Israel up out of Egypt. And it's like, whoa, praise God, they want to roll and follow me, but this is a heavy task.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it, I look at it as a responsibility, and I'm watching my steps, and I'm taking precautions to make sure that I'm not misleading people. But then at the same time, I look at it like it's such a blessing, because to see the body rallying behind you and saying, that's the real I was looking for. Like, that's what I was looking for. And man, it inspires me to keep my nose to the pavement, to keep grinding, to keep promoting Jesus. The formula ain't changed. It's been Christ since the foundation, and it's gonna be Christ till the end. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna flip the script. I ain't gonna change for nothing. And I said it in the music. I said it. They told me, what I'm saying, to water it down a little bit and I'll sell more records. But there's people out here dying and they ain't heard the message.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what? It's just so funny to me because my best friend is a youth pastor.
Yeah.
And he called me. He says, you got to get over here right away to my house. And I was like, okay. And he put on After the Music Stops.
Yeah.
And he was like, have you ever heard anything like this? And I was like, no. I was like, he's like, my kids are eating it up.
Wow.
He was like, forget all that walk it out stuff. He said, forget T.I. He said, my kids are eating this up. Wow. And I was like, wow. How do you feel about the church today? Is it relevant to today's youth? I mean,
The church is the bride of Christ. It's His baby. It's His love. But she looked gritty. You know what I'm saying? She got some. Her weave is hanging out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Her clothes ain't just where they need to be. And that's it's to be expected, because she ain't gonna look the way she's supposed to look until her husband get back. You know what I'm saying? So the church is beautiful. You just can't see. It's like Cinderella right now. You know what I'm saying? And when the Lord come back, then we'll see the church for what she really is. So it's kind of like you got to have them. Like the old school players used to see somebody and be like, she got potential. I could work with that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have them type of lenses. And just see what she really is. And I think right now, that's part of the issue is we want to be the legs, the arms, the ears, the eyes, and we ain't nothing but an arm. We ain't nothing but a leg. So you got legs saying, man, get them arms out of here. That don't work. And it's like, man, these arms are beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And so right now, I think there's some issues, and I think that the church is in a lot of ways not looking in the directions that she should be looking, but at the same time you have an upswing, you have a new movement on the rise right now, especially in the urban church right now, and it's young dudes, it's hungry cats, and they just ready and ready to get it popping. And I think it's gonna be them young revolutionaries that change up stuff, that really make a difference. Who say, man, this is all we got. We ain't got nothing else to live for, man. Let's do it. You know. So I think we're gonna see some changes, man.
What kind of advice can you give us as radio personalities trying to put guys' music out there? You know, you hear radio stations are playing your music all across the country. What advice would you give us about your music and how we play it and how we present it to the audience?
I think you always, man, you have to keep your audience in mind. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you have your audience in mind, what you're asking, this is what I like or this is what I want. You're keeping your audience in mind and saying, you know, first and foremost, they need something relevant, and I don't mean relevant like it's up to par, up to speed. I mean, the Bible is relevant. It's relevant to their situation, to their issues. You know, the truth of God is what's going to change people's lives. And so if we're concerned with people's lives being changed, then we're going to try to find the word to insert